APIs, Application Programming Interface, has a vital role in modern software development. Nowadays, there is a need for sharing some public data or resources, some generally used softwares or hardwares or even operating systems through our programs or in our software we are developing. I am going to tell an example. If you have to create a software for banking application, I am just going to tell an example. Suppose you have a friend who has a calculator developed by him. That calculator contains the programs for calculating simple interest and compound interest, the essential things needed for creating a banking application. So you can use that program in your application. You can make use of this calculator program by utilizing that. But one more thing is that program is developed in another language which you don't know. You cannot use that by yourself. So for using that, you can just tell your friend to create an interface or a endpoint or front end for you. Here, that interface of a system which other programs or programmers can use that is called a programming interface or an application programming interface. Here, normally an application programming interface will provide some endpoints. That endpoint, you may get this type of endpoint from your friend like this: calculator.com slash API slash simple interest, calculator.com slash API slash compound interest. So that whenever you want to use a simple interest in your system, you can use this link. Whenever you want a compound interest in your system, you can use this link. So normally an API will provide this type of endpoint for us. And also API uses HTTP methods for sending data, request sending and response in headers. HTTP methods like get, post, put, delete, patch and many more are there. So this is all about what is an application programming interface in basic example. We can see some real world API examples. Mainly, the big example which we can tell is payment gateways. Google Pay, PhonePe, PayPal, a lot of payment gateways are available. All of them are using APIs. And we can see weather apps in our mobile or in Google if we are searching some weather for previous date for different locations for future dates with different locations. That is not developed by that application. That application is only an interface which we provide. We are seeing that data for users. They are providing some data visuality or good looking data for the users, but really that is using from some storage, generally stored big data or called can be weather data also. From there this application will take that using some interfaces. Likewise, we can tell another example: login using XYZ. XYZ means Facebook, Twitter, Google. We are using all those things for every day in our login systems. So these login systems are utilizing some apps for their own, for making us to log in into their system with their Facebook login system or with their Twitter login system. They will utilize that interfaces and they will make use of that to log in into the system. Then we are using a lot of travel booking systems, airline booking, train booking or movie booking systems. All those things are using APIs. Next, just I'm showing a payment gateway, how we can use that. Like we are entering the um, card details or UPI details and everything in our interface. Like inside our mobile or anywhere, we are using some interface for entering our details, and that payment APIs or application program interface will handle that to send data into any payment gateway, the real existing payment gateway, and that payment gateway will connect to that particular bank, and that calculation or validation of that bank will utilize that with that the bank also may have some APIs or anything like that to accept that payment gateway for us, and that will send us the return or do that transaction to the merchant or so, or to another person or so. This is an example. Also, the login system, you might have seen this type of login system. Login with this is Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, like this also. So this is the complete thing about API. Hope you might have got idea about APIs from now onwards. There are two types of APIs generally using nowadays: Rust and SOAP. Rust and SOAP are designed to connect applications and uses HTTP protocols. Both of them uses XML for response, but Rust uses JSON or HTML or text format of result. So that type of result is easy for interpreting in the JavaScript browsers. So Rust is more flexible for interpreting that type of data. So Rust is the widely used API. We can see the JSON format like this. It is easy to interpret by HTML browsers. SOAP is used when enterprise requires tight security. The SOAP has a clearly defined rule and architecture, so it is difficult to implement than Rust. If we needed high security, then we can take SOAP. Rust is used for fast exchange of relatively simple data. Rust can also support greater scalability, support large and active user bases because of the simplicity in integration and ability to handle large data. It is widely used API. You can see the difference between Rust and SOAP in this table. You can read this, and also we will learn Rust API creation and consumption in next classes.